Is it actually worth it to follow Jesus? Now, if you are somebody that has that question, I want you to know that you are not alone, because about 7 months ago, I had that same exact question. You see, 7 months ago, something in my life happened that really hurt me and it made me question my faith. But the months prior, leading up to this thing that happened, God had a hold of my heart and He was truly sanctifying my life, cleaning me up, and bringing me towards righteousness. And so in that, I had to say goodbye to my old lifestyle, some old friendships, some old relationships. When I tell you that is the hardest thing I've had to do in my entire life, it was the hardest thing I've had to do in my entire life. So anyways, this thing that made me question my faith happens, man, and it broke me. It sent me spiraling and it made me go back to my old ways. I started to party again, I started drinking again, smoking again, and I saw my lustful tendencies come back, because in a way I was kind of mad at God. And I was like, I don't even know if it's worth losing everything to follow Him. And so for those 1 to 2 weeks, man, when I'm back in my old ways, knowingly and willingly sinning, man, I felt so empty. I felt so worthless. I was so ashamed of myself. I felt like, man, God had just done all this work on me and I just threw it all away. It made me realize that my ways, the world's ways, lead to absolutely nothing but hurt, brokenness, and emptiness. And man, in my shame, in my brokenness, and in my disappointment in myself, He picked me up out of that place. He forgave me after I repented. He brought redemption into my life and showed me a brighter path, and a path that is so much different now. Because man, the path that I was on would have led me to death. It would have led me to the pits of hell. And now here I am 7 months later, and I've been sober the whole time. God has fully freed me from my lust. I've been abstinent, and He's taught me so much. And He's given me a purpose. And man, I don't share this with you all as a way to like brag or say I'm better than you. It's just to show you that if He can do it in my life, He can do it in yours too. I was so lost, living for the world, and I owe everything to Him. And if my story isn't a good enough answer for you, it literally tells us in the Bible the direct answer to the question on if it's worth it to follow Him. Starting in Matthew 16 verse 24, it says, "Then Jesus said to His disciples, 'Whoever wants to be my disciple must deny themselves and take up their cross and follow me. For whoever wants to save their life will lose it, but whoever loses their life for me will find it. What good will it be for someone to gain the whole world yet forfeit their soul?'" Guys, I'm begging you, please do not be half in and half out. We must fully pursue Him. And the way to do that is by repenting of our sins, bringing it to the cross, asking God for forgiveness and laying it down and turning away from that, and then picking up our cross to follow Jesus. Now, it's not always going to be easy. Sometimes it's going to be hard. We're going to face tests, but man, the answer to the question on is it worth it to follow Jesus is always going to be yes. And I had to find that out the hard way, so just please take my word for it so you don't have to experience the things I did. Enjoy the rest of your day. God bless and peace.